Welcome back to my views and news. Breaking news from Gondar city, where Ethiopian army opened fire. Reportedly, at least one youth was shot dead. What happened? Why did Ethiopian army open fire in Gondar? What is happening in Gondar? Last video I reported that roads were closed in Gondar. What is happening in neighboring areas? Dabat, Embajorges. Are there any protests in neighboring areas too? And secondly, we have a new story for you from Jimma, where the split which we saw within Orthodox Church a few months ago is continuing, because a new bishop has been appointed in Jimma without approval from main Orthodox Church, and some church priests are making preparations to welcome this new bishop reportedly. Firstly, viewers, Gondar. If you remember, when Gondar city government and Ethiopian National Defense Force announced establishment of a security command post in Gondar city around 3 weeks ago, back then the Gondar government issued a statement saying that going on strike, instigating people to go on strike would be illegal. The government back then said if anyone tried to instigate people to go on strike, action would be taken. So what is happening today in Gondar indicates that government has no control, because last night people announced, some groups, that from Thursday there will be 2-day strike in Gondar. All businesses will remain closed. No traffic will be there on the streets of Gondar. That is what we are seeing. It means that the strike is basically a violation of the security command post instructions. Ethiopian army, local government has no control. Now, we have received some videos showing confrontation between some youth and Ethiopian army in Gondar city. People went on strike. One of the purposes behind this strike is to stop Ethiopian army from launching a major offensive on Gondar Fano, because Ethiopian army convoys have been seen moving through Gondar towards Dabat, towards Embajorges, towards Ajere, where there was fighting 3 days ago, around 2 days ago as well. But no major operation. Massafin managed to escape. Ethiopian army considering major offensive not launched so far. If Gondar becomes volatile, if people protest in Gondar, they block road, it means that ENDF wouldn't be able to get any supplies from Gajam, from Oromia, from Addis Ababa. Gajam to the Bark road passes through Gondar. So the purpose is to stop Ethiopian army from launching an attack on Massafin's Gondar Fano. And secondly, the purpose is definitely to push Ethiopian army out of Gondar and neighboring areas. So roads are blocked today in Gondar and in neighboring towns too. I talked to a few people on the ground. They say that there is a protest in Dabat as well today, in Embajorges too. Dabat, Embajorges, Gondar city, surroundings of Gondar. In all these 4 areas, reportedly, people are protesting. They are blocking roads. Gonder is standing with Fano. And Amhara hardliners say that this is start of Amhara struggle, that Gondar has made up its mind. Gondar was accused of playing in-law politics because PM Abiy's wife is from Gondar. So it was alleged that some groups, some influential people in Gondar, since they are PM Abiy's in-laws, so they support PM Abiy. But the hardliners are happy that this in-law politics has come to an end. Gondar today is standing with Fano, with Amhara Special Force. In Gondar city, there was a confrontation between some youth and Ethiopian army soldiers. Reportedly, the youth was trying to organize there. A meeting was underway. Meetings are banned in Gondar, other parts of Ethiopia too. Other parts of Amhara, not Ethiopia. And security forces tried to disperse the people, youth. It led to exchange of hot words. Ethiopian army opened fire. At least one youth has been injured. He was injured, not shot dead reportedly, but we don't know the current situation. So people are confronting Ethiopian army in Gondar. Local government nowhere to be seen. People have blocked roads. Now videos are coming in confirming that people have managed to block roads, making it difficult for Ethiopian army to start a major offensive on Gondar Fano because supply line will be cut off. I have a clip for you, two clips for you showing the roads blocked in Gondar, and secondly, the clip shows a confrontation between Ethiopian army and local youth in Gondar reported. With the two clips, the next news story about ongoing split within the church. The story is from Jimma.
በዚህ መልኩ ተዘጋግቷል። እንደዚህ አድማው እየፈጠረች ነው። ተማሪዎች እየተመለሱ ነው።
Secondly, viewers, Jimma, where a new bishop has been appointed by a synod, not official, unofficial synod. A few months ago, we saw that three archbishops formed. They made appointments of 26 bishops and priests. Most of the appointments were made in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. The appointments were rejected by the main church, led by Matthias. The church revoked title of the archbishops. Appointments were not accepted. Church said it was an attempt to divide the church. Church accused the government, PM Abiy's government, Oromia regional government. They were backing the new splinter synod. Later we saw that the church announced nationwide protests. Ethiopian government retreated. It made peace with the church. The three archbishops, their titles restored. The appointees apologized as well. But core issues have not been resolved. The splinter faction back then claimed that Oromos were not being given due representation. Main synod was being ruled, it was being dominated by one ethnic group, Amharas. and people were not being given church services in local language upon Roma. Church denied all these allegations. So core issues are still unresolved. That is why in Jimma, preparations are underway to welcome a bishop. His name is Minnas. He's the new appointment. He's the new appointed bishop of Jimma, appointed without any approval from the main synod. And who is welcoming him? Some Jimma diocese priests are welcoming him. Posters, placards are being displayed to welcome this bishop. But some other members of diocese, other priests of diocese, they are opposing the arrival of this bishop. So it means that so far the two sides could not resolve their issues. And if you remember, in May this month, new appointments, promotions, recruitments of priests and bishops will start. Oromia wants its share. The committee which has been formed to make appointments has representation of no archbishop from the supplanter faction. Supplanter faction had three archbishops, Abune Severos, Abune Zinamorkos, Abune Vastotios. None of them is part of the committee which is going to make appointments of bishops this month. That is why we're seeing start of pressure being exerted by the groups, the religious elders, Orthodox elders in Oromia. They want to ensure that new appointments are made after consultation with the bishops, archbishops of Oromia. Let's see what happens. So far, the Jimma diocese is split. One group is making preparations to welcome the bishop Minas, and other is rejecting his arrival. Thank you for watching.